What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Underdog Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Nolan Ski, and alongside Salestrina, Antonio Fiore. Gentlemen, how are we doing?
You're really alongside me.
I am.
Fuck you, Antonio.
No, normally I do it like Antonio's name first, and then because it's, but since the seating arrangement is switched, I thought
the damn Buccaneers. That's all I gotta say. And I will give both of you credit. You were both spot on about that game.
There are not many things I'm right about. But the one thing I am right about is Tom Brady because I've just seen it.
You didn't even know what the bet was for.
I know I could be sitting here. I thought it had. I thought
you
it
forgot
had
we placed that bet.
Yeah,
you forgot.
I forgot it was over the Rams and Bucs. I thought it was like a pick 3
You guys
thing.
were both like barking for the Rams.
Oh yeah, we were.
You both would not be talked off. I was like, no, I really think the Bucs are winning.
Oh yeah, not until you say it. Like I didn't even think about like.
But I think that is the Bucs' only loss, though.
Really?
Yeah.
16-1 or 15-1. I could see it. I mean, why not?
16-1.
I think they lose 1 or 2 games.
I mean, it's easy to say that too, but
because like I could see them losing like the Panthers late in the season.
I mean, they gotta stay.
Like
they gotta stay relatively healthy. I mean, Antonio Brown was out for this game. One of their corners was out for this game. So, I mean, they gotta just keep.
All right, where do we start?
Healthy. Reverse order. Okay, Monday night. Dallas shit kicked the Eagles. We do say that the NFC East teams kick each other in the balls a little bit, but I think we were wrong about which side we picked. We all had Philly in that game.
We were completely wrong.
Not great.
Don't look like that.
Sure?
Yeah. We all had Philadelphia.
Me and Nolan both re-listened to it.
Okay.
We did like the over.
I thought I liked the Cowboys. I don't know. I took them in my pick 'em. I'm all fucked up.
Yeah. No, you're all over the place. I don't know what this guy is on right now, but it's so Philadelphia looked like shit.
Yeah.
I think
Dallas
I was pretty impressed.
Yeah, Dallas's defense doesn't look nearly as bad as everybody thought.
Dan Quinn is a 10 times better coordinator than he is a head coach.
Yeah, I think so. Especially from the expectations for the start of the season with their defense, and compared to last year, they just look a lot better.
Kellen Moore,
they're very fast.
Yes, they are. I was actually
good secondary.
That. Kellen Moore is running the offense, and Dan Quinn is running the defense, and Mike McCarthy is doing what he should be doing and staying out of the way of everything. Like he should not be involved whatsoever. And he did win a Super Bowl, but at the same time, I still don't think he's a good coach.
I'm not a fan of him.
So, I mean, he's doing what he's good at and delegating to the people that he needs to. And I like Dan Quinn, and then Kellen Moore has proven that he can put up points in this league. So, are we gonna overreact to Dallas in this, or are we just? I thought about that actually,
saying that they're the best NFC East team. I think they've shown that they are.
Right now, you could say that.
I think so. Well, the Giants we don't even need to talk about in that conversation. The Eagles look good week 1, but is that just a case of the Falcons suck? Probably. And Washington has not shown you anything that they showed you last year. Their defense gets thrown all over and ran all over, and they can't stop anybody. So,
which is the exact opposite of what everybody was expecting this year.
Well, I loved Washington +8 against the Bills, and after seeing 2 drives and it was 14-0, I was like, the Bills are just going to kick their ass. Like, Josh Allen was moving the ball and doing whatever he wanted to. So
yeah, they finally got back in that groove.
Josh Allen looked really good. Their running game looked really good.
That looked like MVP Josh Allen.
It did. That's what you're supposed to do if you're the Buffalo Bills. I mean, they had a hiccup with losing to Pittsburgh in the first game.
I think that's the biggest throw off of the season so far.
Yeah, because it kind of made us think it was Buffalo.
Maybe the Steelers aren't shit.
Yeah, and I think we've seen since then that the Steelers are shit.
Yeah, they just lost to the Bengals. My whole reasoning of picking the Steelers over the Bengals last week was Bengals still suck, and I know the Steelers suck, but they own the Bengals. Now I am kind of off of the Steelers. I'm like, okay, obviously.
You hop on the Bengals bandwagon?
No, not really like that. But
I
I'm like,
might be.
Oh, I
might be too.
I was kind of on the Steelers bandwagon.
I kind of like the Bengals. I mean, Joe Burrow is awesome. They're fun to watch. Good offense. Jamar Chase is sick.
I'm so happy about that.
But now it's like, all right, well, they lost to the Bengals, so this Steelers thing is over and gone.
Yeah, I mean, I've said this a couple times so far, but we said we were all set with the Steelers, both of us, before the season
I
started.
kind of had some I was hesitant because I like the Steelers coming into the season, and then when they beat the Bills, I was like, oh shit, like they're actually coming out to play. And then just since then, it's just been a complete downhill spiral. And I'm happy I took the Bengals last week because I think I'm finally off of the Steelers.
Ben is so elderly, it's not even funny.
Dude, that
put him in a retirement home.
That video of him stumbling in the backfield after he took the snap, like with no one around, that was bad.
I just
bro.
love how hard he fell too. Like he just
like
fell like
it was like a complete trip. Like it wasn't just a stumble and then he kind of caught himself. Like he actually tripped and fell and needed like life alert.
Yeah.
He's like, I have fallen and I can't get up type shit. That's what that was.
Yeah, a big old man like that in that offensive line.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's been getting pounded too. That's the other thing. Their offensive line has just not been.
Their offensive line sucks. It's probably one of the worst in the league.
Looks
they
like
can't
it.
run the ball. What did Najee have, like 40 or 50 yards? I mean, he scored a
and
touchdown.
I mean, they're asking an awful lot out of a rookie like that, but I mean, he hasn't really looked that good. But with an offensive line like that, you can't really expect to run the ball very well.
And all the receivers are getting hurt.
Yeah, Deontay Johnson was hurt. Chase Claypool got shaken up, I think.
Yeah.
He was good, but I think...
Juju was out, too, for a little part of the game.
Was he?
No.
Oh, I forgot about that. Anyway, that was a long... We digressed a little bit from the Philadelphia and Dallas game. Let's go to the Green Bay and San Fran game.
You both were right about this game, too. I took San Fran and you both had Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
But here's what I'll say about that game. I have a certain take about that game. What I saw on Sunday night was two fraudulent teams.
I have a completely different take.
And this is gonna. I know I'm gonna be on the Lonely Island. This is definitely like a hot take of this episode. I think like they're just not as good as the Rams. They're not as good as the Bucs. Their secondaries are awful. And I think Jimmy G is not good. Without George Kittle, they don't make that last TD drive. They really don't. He almost got picked twice. Almost got his receiver's head taken off because he doesn't understand like when to throw it in a crossing route and when not to. I just think he makes terrible decisions, and I don't think he's the guy when you need to drive at the end of the game.
I think we could see Trey Lance at some point soon. To be perfectly honest with you,
I think if they go to Trey Lance now, that means that they gave up on him.
Mm-hmm.
That means that they gave up on Jimmy G, and they see what other people are saying.
Well, I mean, if you beat the Lions and the Eagles, like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
And let's not forget the Lions almost came back in that game.
But my point is, all right, so you're going to beat the bad teams like you should, but then when you play a good team and you have some sort of competition, you can't get over the hump. And that's been the case of Jimmy G so far. So
I mean,
I just think their defense has been a complete letdown from what we've seen in the past few years.
I'd agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they were without both their corners, though. I could be wrong. Devontae Adams had a game.
Yeah, and like, oh my God, with
He always has a
37
game.
seconds left. So here's going back to how Jimmy G makes bad decisions. On that last play where Trey Sermon got into the end zone, there was like 12 seconds left on the play clock to run down more time. And he snapped it with 12. I was so confused. I was like, why would you not run that time all the way down?
I agree. I think they scored with way too much time left on the clock, obviously. But
And then like just like I don't know what they were doing, and like it was just like I saw that first play to Devontae Adams and I was like, Green Bay has this in the bag. I was like, it's over, because you give Aaron Rodgers that much time and then you give Devontae Adams that much time.
it's over.
It's over.
So you guys are going to think I'm crazy for this. I got a weird feeling after that field goal went in that the Packers might make the Super Bowl. I don't know about win the Super Bowl, but
I was gonna say, like, I hate them. Like right now, I don't like the Packers. Everybody hates the Packers right now, but like deep down, I'm starting to like kind of like them this season. Like not like them and root for them, but like
they might be really good.
they might be really good. And like deep down, because every week I'm like low key like picking them, and I'm like, I hate that I'm doing this, but like I'm taking the Packers in this spot because I just think blah blah blah. And I'm like, I keep liking them in games.
Mm-hmm.
They might be really good.
So they. Oh, I completely lost my train of thought.
But you hate it, though,
I mean,
right?
I could not disagree more. And I'm kind of happy we disagree
I don't know. I was about to say something. I completely lost it. I'm kind of mad.
about them making the Super Bowl.
No, it was something else. Oh, I think they can beat the Rams. Like, I don't think.
They can beat the Rams.
Like, I don't think that's that absurd. Like, they can easily go in LA and beat them.
I think the Rams, as the season has gone on, have gotten a lot better in the past few weeks.
Are they? It's way too early to say this.
And I think by the end of the year,
I agree that you're going Super Bowl contender with this, right? Kind of there.
What, Rams?
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
definitely think
Bucs
so.
and Rams right now is my NFC title game for sure. And I think that what I've seen from the Rams has been a lot more impressive than what I've seen from Green Bay in terms of like, okay, they have Devontae Adams. What's next?
Yeah.
Aaron Jones.
What did Aaron Jones do on Sunday night to impress you?
I mean, not a whole hell of a lot, but he's still there.
Yeah, we
He's
know
still there, but I'm just saying, like, Devontae Adams is kind of it, like receiving wise. You get and then you get
very
a team,
average vertical threats after Devontae.
You know, they
Adams.
have
that's fine.
Valdez, Scantling. Tanyan's okay. I think he's mediocre. I think Aaron Rodgers makes him look better than he is. And then you have Lazard. Those are mediocre guys. Those are guys that are not going to win you games. Like you start playing like really good. Like, okay, you have the Bucs and the Rams. Both are tremendous at stopping the run. That eliminates Aaron Jones right there. And then you have okay,
he still catches the. I mean, he does catch the ball. Like,
that's fine, but like those are teams that can stop the run and also take away Devontae Adams at the same time. So I think that's where they run into trouble.
They can still trade for a receiver or make a move. I mean,
it's definitely
and
a
their
possibility.
defense I don't think their defense is good at all. I don't think it's anything.
They have weird
impressive.
defenses every single year.
And I think that's going to be their problem once they get deep into the playoffs.
All that matters with them is they have that like takeaway advantage, and some years that they have it, they're really good, and other years they're close to mediocre, somewhere in the middle of the pack.
And then I also with San Francisco was not impressed at all. Like their offense.
You've been saying that for a couple of weeks, though.
And their offense is good, but their defense is just letting them down. I don't think their defense is as good as people are chalking them up to be.
That tends to happen sometimes with like year to year elite defenses. You know, sometimes like a really, really good team gets off to a slow start. Sometimes that can happen with a defensive unit, and you're like, what's going on?
Yeah,
here?
and
then the next game they could pop off for like.
We've seen that. I mean, like, obviously
they play the Cardinals next week, by the way.
Yeah, well, no, the Rams play the Cardinals.
49ers do.
No. 49ers play.
Whose schedule was it?
49ers play Seattle.
That's right. They play Cardinals the week after.
Mm-hmm.
So they play Seattle. They get 2 division games.
Arizona, LA, battle of the undefeateds.
That
That's
I think
awesome.
is the game of the. All right, so let's go to the next game. So, what do you want to go next? I think the
Talk about Arizona really quick. I mean, they had that 109-yard kickoff return.
Yeah, and I thought for a second there that Jacksonville might win this game. I was sitting there thinking
it really was till the pick six.
And in the back of my head, I had Sal saying, "Vegas is taking all of it. Vegas is taking all of it," and I was just like, "No, Arizona is not." And I think that pick six by Trevor Lawrence was like
terrible.
Just they had all that momentum and just sucked out of the air immediately after. So, yeah, I mean Arizona.
What can you say? I mean, they're actually very good.
What's not to like?
There really is nothing not to like about them. They got J.J. Watt and Chandler Jones and Patrick Peterson. Like,
they have put together
high flying offense. You got to throw to beat them, and they got a damn good pass rush.
They could beat LA Sunday.
They could.
I think they could.
And a divisional rival.
Like a 4.5 spread
if
is
those
too
two
much.
end up in, not that it would be an NFC Championship game, but say they end up playing each other in a divisional round, that's a potential team that I could definitely see beating the Rams in a playoff game.
No, they would love that.
Now Jacksonville, on the other hand,
they're not playing.
They're not beating
divisional games
anybody
anytime soon.
oh man, it sucks that they've looked so bad.
Yeah,
I think Urban Meyer's over his head. Honestly,
yeah, maybe he's not good.
And I think Trevor Lawrence is over his head.
He might be.
Could
I
be.
mean, you did say this before he got drafted. It's one of those cases where he's always played with like the best players and not lost, and kind of that like
But to be fair, all of the rookie quarterbacks on Sunday did not look good. None of them.
It is early. It's 3 weeks in. We gotta give them time, but
they all kind of looked in over their
Manning threw
head.
26 interceptions his first year in the NFL.
Which I think, in a way, he needs.
yeah,
I think Trevor Lawrence needs to be slapped in the face a little bit. and have like a 2-15 season.
You're probably right.
Just
Do you
because it's
ever
like,
really see like Jacksonville becoming that good with him? Like
no,
a Super Bowl contender?
A Super Bowl contender, it's hard to fathom with Jacksonville.
because they have the same problem that the Jets have, where their front office has just let them down year after year, and their only solution is, when we have last place, let's go get the number one quarterback. But what they fail to realize is it's not just the quarterback that wins you games. You have to build from the bottom up. It's what Arizona has done. You've seen, in a way, kind of San Francisco's doing it. You know, they have Trey Lance behind Jimmy G. They're not just throwing him into the fire right away. In a way, before Mitch Trubisky was there, they kind of did that in Chicago, where they have these defensive players that end up being really good. Washington's doing it right now. Washington didn't need to go get the number one guy. They have solid defense. They have a good roster, and then they're building up to it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I think is the problem with Jacksonville. They just don't know how to draft and build a team.
Build. Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
It's good to have Trevor Lawrence, but if you don't have people around Trevor Lawrence that can help him, what good is
exactly
what
like
good is it?
Okay, so now it's like, even Cincinnati in a way has kind of like, this
Cincinnati
year
has drafted very well the last
and
couple
like
years.
since then, maybe they could have passed on Jamar Chase, like what you said, and build their offensive line to protect him. But
he looks really good.
their offensive line has played well. Joe Mixon's like 3 on the rushing yards list right now.
Yes,
He's been playing really well. So I don't know. I think those teams have been doing it right, where they're okay with not having the star quarterback right away.
Joe Burrow's really good.
Joe Burrow is really good.
The Chiefs are 1-2.
I'm not panicking.
No panic button yet.
I know they have a really good.
They have
a really good division.
You
but
said last week that is this the first skid that we see?
Yeah, and they're bottom of the. Being bottom of the AFC West for the first time in 4 years.
What I want to bring up to counter that is, I know he's so excited that he's sitting so close to me. So 2 years ago, when they won the Super Bowl, they lost 2 games in the beginning of the year, and I think people panicked. So I'm gonna hold the brakes on panicking on Kansas City. I think they're gonna be just fine.
Antonio wanted to make a point.
Yeah, sorry, did I cut you off?
I think it's also been like 4 years since they've not led in a game until this past Sunday.
That's true. They did lead twice.
Oh, this past Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I don't know.
They led
that I have heard
17-14, and then they're up 20. What was it, 24-23?
24-21, I think.
Well, no, because they ended with 30 on that late.
But still, that's how.
So
good.
was it 20?
It was 24. Yeah, it was 24-21, and then I'm pretty sure Kansas City kicked a field goal.
It was 24-24 for a little bit. Okay, yeah, they were leading twice.
Well, that's how good they've been, though. They haven't 100%. Not led in a game in 4 years.
When they played Cleveland, they didn't lead till the end of the game.
Nope.
So, yeah,
Speaking of Cleveland,
I think the offensive line woes have kind of hurt Kansas City like we thought they might.
Speaking of Cleveland.
Well, yeah, they looked really good, but I also don't know what the Bears were doing.
Matt Nagy needs to get fired.
Oh
yeah, I kind of said this before. I cannot believe that Chicago looked that bad.
It was.
What did they say? Bad. They had 41 yards of total offense.
At one point, it was like the third quarter with 10 minutes to go, and they had -6.
They had net yards. 1 yard passing or something like that. That is ridiculous.
That was some of the worst play calling and scheming I've ever seen in my life.
I feel like I've seen this before with the Bears, though. You've seen it with Allen Rodgers.
Here's where they lost the game, though.
Nick Foles.
Here's where they lost the game, though, and I blame this completely on Matt Nagy. It was 10-3. Chicago, okay, as bad as Chicago was, they were in the game for most of it. Up until the middle of the third quarter, they were in that game. It was 10-3. I think they were on the 8-yard line or whatever it was, something like that. At a third down play, didn't get it. It was going to be 4th and 2 on Cleveland's 4-yard line or something like that. They kick the field goal to go 10-6 or whatever it was.
Yeah, 10-6.
And in my mind, I was like, why? This is the first time you've been down here in Cleveland territory like this. Why not go for it? That just showed no confidence to me, and it showed me that Matt Nagy has no idea what he's doing.
Not at all.
When it comes to scheming and play calling, he has no idea.
I feel like we've known this not since he got hired, but probably for the last year or two. I mean, every offense he's ever had, it just looks terrible.
And that's where they lost the game.
Offensive head coach.
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
And that's where they lost the game for me.
And it's like, does he not like some of these offensive coaches? Like, I don't know, Kingsbury or I don't even know. I'm trying to name you another one right now. Oh, McVay, yeah, I guess. But they are all putting up points. Like their whole reason that they're there is that they're going to put up 24 or 30 points, and at least you can put yourself in a ball game scoring 24 points. Like your defense can be bad and you can still maybe win, but I don't know. Just
It's just terrible coaching.
Fuck the Yankees. Fuck Devers.
Oh, come on. What do you mean, fuck Devers?
I'm kidding.
He's like the best player
I know
ever.
he is.
Yeah, we have the Red Sox and Orioles game on at the moment.
Antonio's horny for baseball.
Antonio is horny for baseball.
I love Devers.
We should talk about baseball at the end.
Yeah, we should.
So we were on Chicago, Cleveland. Yeah, Chicago that was where they lost the game for me. It was just when they settled for a field goal instead of trying to go get a touchdown when the whole entire
Which is
game.
Such a Chicago thing to do.
Exactly. And yeah, because you get that touchdown, you're tied the game.
He's had it thrown like off the roof or something.
For what? For which game?
He can't keep taking New England.
Yeah,
Yes.
that sucks.
Are you gonna stop or are you gonna keep going?
I don't know. Keep going. It's probably gonna be a while.
You can pick. What do you mean it's been a while? You picked him week 1.
No, he said for a while.
Oh, I thought you said it's been a while.
I put the Patriots in my pick 3 week 1.
Yes.
You did. Yeah, and they lost.
And you
did
did
a
it.
really close game with the Dolphins though.
Yeah, they were -3. They lost and they were -3.
Oh right.
And you took them week 1.
Son of a bitch.
So just stop doing it.
If you stop doing it,
We'll
they'll win
see.
every game.
It depends if I like them or not.
We'll find out later.
I mean, I barely ever took them last year, so.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out later. But I mean, it's only if
I'm
he
probably
puts
taking
them.
them this week.
It's only if he
but
puts them in his pick 3. So just stop doing that.
I'm probably going to this week, but I mean.
I fucking hate you against the Bucs.
I said last pod I'm putting them in one way or the other, so we'll see what I do.
All right. Well, yeah.
Saints
New
look
England,
better.
New England looked bad.
Actually, I don't
that might be what the Saints do this year.
Their defense looked better. Jameis Winston literally was falling to the ground, just threw a jump ball to the back of the end zone, and somehow they come away with a touchdown. Like,
Yeah, and I'm happy that this is Mac Jones's first oopsie because now we're gonna see. This is like the ultimate like comeback. It's like, okay, I just had my first like real like bad game as a rookie quarterback. Like, and I was gonna say like, let's see how he bounces back. Well, this is probably the biggest stage for you to have a comeback game next week against Tom Brady on a Sunday night primetime game. But yeah, no, the Saints offense looked terrible. Patriots defense looked worse, and then Saints defense was tremendous. So that's all I have to say about that game.
Like I said, that might be what the Saints do this year. Very up and down, defensive dependent.
Yeah, they're throwing everything off with what I know about the Saints.
Jameis Winston has had no more than like 160 yards in any game. Like, they just don't have him throw the football. And when they do, it's
But
like,
he's not making the bad decisions anymore.
I would say that throw.
He's also not throwing for
That
a
throw
shit
was
ton
the
of
only
yards.
one,
No, I know. But like, he is playing very conservatively.
which I think is probably Sean Payton telling him to.
He said, if you throw a pick, I'm going to bench you.
Yeah, probably.
One pick. If you throw one pick,
Just
you're
one.
on the bench.
He's like, you see that Taysom Hill over there?
Oh, they'll throw him in. They're not afraid to.
Yeah, I know. Sean Payton wants to throw him in so bad.
Minnesota won, and we were all right about that.
Yep.
I felt very good
That was
about
good
that
thinking.
game.
Yeah, I did too.
That just you like
Scream
what you said. It
Minnesota.
was the hungry dog runs faster.
I mean, Minnesota could not have afforded to lose that game because if you're 0-3, it's just bye-bye, good night, shut the lights out. Like, and
I was
especially
surprised.
in that division too, with Green Bay already having 2 wins. It's like now you're competing for a wild card, and you got to think 3 teams in the NFC West are probably going to get a spot in the playoffs, if not 4. So you got to win 10 or 11 ball games.
Yeah, I was surprised that Seattle looked that bad
Seattle's a weird team
because their defense is like always kind of but I was surprised that their offense couldn't really get anything going.
they did for a little bit. In the first half, they were moving the ball. Second half, they couldn't do anything.
Yeah, in the beginning of that game, didn't they go up Like
they were up 17-7 at one point.
Yeah, and
Minnesota
they were
came
feeding DK Metcalf, and it just kind of just fizzled out after that.
Minnesota came right down and scored right after it was 17-7, and then from there they just kept putting
Did Tyler
it on.
Lockett get hurt?
Mm-hmm.
He did. I don't know what the severity of that is. I just remember him getting hurt in that game.
I think he's out a couple of weeks.
So that's going to be a tough loss for him.
I mean, he's been phenomenal to start the season. He's had like 300 yards total in 3 games.
He's always been like really good, and it just never made any sense to me. It's
Why?
like Brandon Cooks. They're just so small, and like again,
Brandon Cooks had another game Thursday night, which is hard to believe.
Yeah, so I don't know him and Brandon Cooks. I've just never been able to figure out.
We don't have too much more to harp on from last week. Vegas and Miami was a pretty good game, high scoring. Derek Carr, 3-0 Derek Carr. It's very rare.
They've looked
especially
really
in that
good.
division. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, they're ahead of the Chiefs.
That division is just, it feels upside down, but maybe this is how it finishes somehow. Is there any way Vegas or LA can win the division?
LA maybe. I still haven't bought into the Raiders.
I'm like, I got.
It's hard
I got
to.
a foot in. It's hard
It's
to,
hard,
but like I can't not give them the credit. They look good.
Oh yeah,
They look
I'll give him
great.
the credit, like because I've always loved Derek Carr. Like Derek Carr, to me-
You want to root for him, right?
yeah, and even last year, remember you guys were giving me shit about Derek Carr.
I've turned the corner on
It was
Derek
last
Carr.
year. Yeah, no, it's a new season. You know.
But just Derek Carr's always been solid, and he's just one of those guys that you just want to play for. So I'm not surprised that he's doing well. I'm not surprised that the team is doing well. I think that they have a good locker room, and I think John Gruden is a great coach. So that's just a recipe for success.
We also
That division doesn't have a bad team.
we also did not say one word about Denver. I mean, Denver. I don't want to say Denver could win it.
They're 3-0, but they've played 0-3
You
teams.
did not like that.
I mean,
Are they good? Or are they not?
were we seriously going to consider the Jets beating them? I mean, I know you guys took the points with the Jets, but
thank God we're talking about the Jets.
were we ever thinking the Jets were beating the Broncos? So in every scenario, the Broncos were going to be 3-0.
Yeah, you guys just high five.
I just like.
Did we?
So
I don't know.
who have the
The
Broncos
Jets are so
played
fun.
now?
2 weeks in a row, you're shut out.
The Jets and other bad teams.
The Jets are the
who else did
worst
they play?
team
Did they play the Giants
ever.
this weekend, right?
No, they play Baltimore.
Oh, okay, that'll be a decent game for them. I want to see them. What?
They played the Jets, the Jaguars, and the Giants.
So I want to see them play a good team, and I think we're going to see it this week.
It's in Mile High.
Hence why, are they favored in that game?
Yeah.
I thought for a second that Baltimore was
Yeah.
favored, but it's only 1 point.
So Baltimore opened as a 3-point favorite, and now Denver's a point favorite, which is very interesting.
Does that mean the weather's going to be shitty?
Probably. I mean,
That's right.
probably.
No, Denver opened as a 3-point favorite.
Baltimore.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah,
I looked at some point and I was like, wow, Denver's favored?
Yeah, whatever. We'll get to that game later, but
We didn't even talk about Justin Tucker.
Oh, right.
That was the best-
That was get to that game yet.
Matt Prater attempted to kick the longest
All right.
field goal. Earlier in the day, Matt Prater attempted to kick the longest field goal ever, and that was returned for the touchdown. And
With the
then-
longest touchdown ever.
And then later on in the day, the longest field goal ever was kicked.
Pretty cool.
Which I was excited that it didn't happen in Denver because like everyone always talks about like the elevation and everything and how the ball goes further. I was happy that it happened like someplace other than Denver.
Oh, yeah.
And just like
There's no asterisk.
if
next
there
to
was
it.
ever someone to break that record,
I'm glad it was Justin Tucker.
It was gonna be Justin Tucker. He is the best the best kicker in the game.
How did it go in, dude? It levitated. It was
When it
literally-
bounced up, at first I thought it hit the crossbar twice because from the camera angle it looked weird, and I was just like, "There is no way." It took the bounce of greatness and just went straight in.
The Lions are cursed.
Like think about it.
Of course, it was against the Lions. It had to be.
I know.
Like think about it hitting the crossbar. That means that it was at the exact right distance.
Mm-hmm. That was all he had in him.
A yard further, no
Nope.
field goal doesn't go in, and a yard up front, it probably would have went in over the crossbar. But
Yeah, the Lions, they're 0-3, but they're not the worst team.
Lions are fun to watch.
They're just the Lions.
No, they feel.
that's what happens when you have great coach.
They
No.
feel better
Yeah,
this year.
They don't feel like a garbage team. They
I mean,
suck, but
They played the Ravens, the Packers, and the 49ers, and they've hung in it with all of them. So At that point, maybe you're not as bad as your record says.
Yeah, I think they're going to start winning some games.
All right, let's jump on week 4.
Okay.
Gentlemen.
Week 4. Let's start from the beginning.
From the top?
From the top.
All right. Sunday.
8 o'clock. I'm kidding.
No.
All right,
We're saving that one for last. We're going to go to Monday.
All right. Jacksonville on the road. Against number 1 pick, Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. Number 1 versus number 1.
I like the
This is
matchup,
cool.
but I hate the teams.
7.5 is the spread.
I don't hate the teams. The Bengals. I'd like to watch the Bengals.
Okay, I hate this on a Thursday night. How about that?
I guess. I mean, this is a Thursday night matchup.
And
this is such a Thursday night matchup.
And I know I'm going to eat my words because this is going to end up being like a really good game to watch.
You think it's a blowout?
No, I don't think it's a blowout. I actually think it is going to be a close game.
Oh, Jacksonville?
I kind of want to take the points. As crazy as it sounds, like
That doesn't sound crazy.
I mean, I just can't see the.
They're going to cover at some point.
I can't see the Bengals blowing them out.
Neither do I. I think this is going to be a really good game.
So Sal's going to take the Bengals.
I don't know. I mean, talk to me a little more, Antonio. What do you think?
Up and coming quarterbacks on a Thursday night. I could just totally see it being,
a nice Trevor Lawrence,
nice mid-20s, high-20s game. They both throw for like 3 touchdowns.
I've no feel.
Some receiver gets a shit ton of fantasy points, and
I have no feel for this game whatsoever. I completely hate it. I think
the Bengals are favored by.
I mean, what do the Bengals put up against this team? 28, 30?
How long do you think it's been since the Bengals have been a whole touchdown favorite?
I read this today. It's been, hold on.
It's probably been a long time.
I think it's
2014.
No, it was 3 years ago against the Browns.
Oh yeah, the Browns.
When the Browns were like
Really bad.
16.
As bad as it turned out.
Like that's a lot of points.
I'm gonna take
You're gonna take the Bengals because we took the
Jacksonville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We do agree on all the Thursday games.
Yeah, we actually do that all the time.
Were we right last week though?
Yeah, we all took Carolina.
Good. I like that.
All right, Sunday at 1. We don't have to spend any more time on that than we need to.
Yeah, that's a yucky one.
Giants +8 at the New Orleans Saints. Saints seem very overvalued in this spot, but I also fell for this trap against Washington. I mean, the Giants are bad.
Okay, so Sal's going to love this. Here's my take on it. I think the Saints win, and I think the Saints win big, and here's why. This is the quote-unquote home opener for the Saints.
Oh, they're back in the Dome? Oh, give me the Saints. That might be a pick 3 now. You just completely blew my mind.
I knew Sal was going to love that.
These two teams, when they play each other, they tend to be very high-scoring games.
The over-under is only 43.
Okay, if it ends up being like that,
this is a
give me
different
the
situation
Saints.
because the Giants suck. And I should probably take the Saints.
Do you remember that Odell game?
The 3-touchdown one?
Yeah.
Drew threw 7 touchdowns that game, and Eli threw 6.
52-49.
That was amazing.
That was the best game I've ever watched.
They lost. I was so mad. That was the year. The Giants went 6-10 that year, and they were leading in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, and I think 5 of their losses, or maybe more.
Oh,
so like they went 6-10, but
yeah.
like if they closed out games, they would have been nasty because their offense was like 6th in the league.
Yeah, but then you have those years where you beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. So
Yeah, no, that game was sick.
Did you see the Peyton and Eli?
Dwayne
thing on
Harris
Monday?
caught a touchdown that game.
Peyton Manning Eli Manning. They had Chris Long on, and they were talking about
They had
Eagles
everybody
fans.
on.
They were talking about Eagles fans, and Eli was saying how much he hates Eagles fans, and he said one day he was walking into the Eagles stadium and he had a 9-year-old flip him off, and he actually flips off the camera on ESPN.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he's like, I don't know if you can do that, but you guys could probably blur that out. And I think they probably said in the headpiece like, yeah, Eli, you can't do that. And then it comes back on and they're like, yes.
What are they gonna fire him? Come on.
Yeah, no shot.
They're not gonna fire him. But I thought that was hilarious.
Antonio picked for the game.
I gotta take this. I mean, that's a great thing about the home opener for the Saints.
The Mercedes Dome.
I can't. I know it's a lot of points. I can't take. Can't take the Giants right now.
Not only is it their home opener for this year, but this is like their first time having fans in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So like that
Saints
place,
fans.
that place is gonna be rocking,
Yes,
and that's
it
a
is.
tough spot for the Giants to go into. So especially after losing to the Falcons,
Atlanta.
like that's got to be such a gut punch, and I don't think it's gonna help that they have to go to Louisiana.
Yeah, that's Saints -8.
They're going to Louisiana to lose another football game.
Yeah.
We're 2 for 2 in picking all the same teams. Kansas City, off 2 losses. -7.5 at the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm taking the Chiefs.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
I'm also taking the Chiefs.
Like they get a bad team
So we're
after they
3 for
lost
3.
2 games in a row.
This is
They're
just
gonna
one of those.
annihilate
This
them.
is just one of those teams that they're gonna move the ball so easily on whenever they want to. They can do whatever they want in this game.
Yeah, no, and like we like to say Vegas and everything, like, but I don't even
think there's a lot of money in Kansas City, but I still like
Vegas.
Kansas City.
because like this is just one of those games where if you're actually gonna bet on it, I'm never betting on the Eagles in this spot. It's just like Kansas City coming off 2 losses.
Oh, that makes me want to switch to the Eagles. I know you like. I'm not going against you per se, but like,
Yeah, and I know you like to do the quirky thing with Vegas, but I just don't think this is the one. I think there's plenty of other opportunities in this week for Vegas to take a bunch of money.
okay, next game.
So we're 3 for 3 on the Chiefs.
3 for 3.
So we're 3 for 3 this week.
I don't want to take Philadelphia in that spot. Like Kansas City's like needs an easy win.
Sal, you've been fooled on Philadelphia too many times.
I'm 1-2 on them.
Just cut the losses.
Houston at Buffalo. Houston is plus 16.5 points.
That is crazy.
I'm gonna take the points. I think it's just too many.
It's a lot of points. It is.
16.5 is like.
So what are you gonna do?
I mean, are the Bills going to win by 25 2 weeks in a row? Probably not. Still win by a lot of
So
points.
you're gonna take the points?
I'll take the points.
I'll be on the lonely
It won't
island.
hurt.
I'll break the streak. I just think there's no scenario. I think this is another tough spot for Houston to be in. And Red Sox home run.
Who's that?
Bobby. No, Hunter. I thought it was Bobby.
Yeah.
Red Sox fans love Bobby Dahlbeck.
He's so good.
Yeah, no, but like...
No, I hated him. I hate him in the beginning of the season.
Dude, he came up and everybody on Friday and everybody was like, Bobby. And then I looked up at the board. I'm like, 247, 24 home runs. It's okay.
He's just like down really hot over the last like 2 months, and everyone's just like, yeah.
Didn't he hit a home run in the game that you went to?
No.
Or was that the next day?
It was the next day.
Oh. Yeah. Buffalo wins by a lot. And yeah, I'm just gonna stick with that.
Dallas at home against the Panthers, undefeated. Dallas is -5. You're gonna take the Panthers, I think.
Yeah, but it's one of those situations where like the smart thing to do is probably take the Cowboys, right?
I don't know what the smart thing is.
Like the Panthers are playing good.
I think just my hatred
They're
to the
3-0
Cowboys
now.
is just like thinking they're gonna cover because you hate them. It's just gonna happen.
Because you hate what?
The Cowboys.
Because you
I
hate
feel like
the
every
Cowboys?
time Carolina plays in Dallas, Carolina wins.
Really?
I
When was the
do.
last time that
That's
happened?
enough for me.
Thanksgiving.
Let's go Panthers. That's enough for
Thanksgiving.
me.
How many years ago?
4 years ago?
Oh, well, wasn't that 2015?
5, 6. It was that long ago?
Oh, that was 6 years
Yeah,
ago.
it might have. Wow.
2015 was
Yeah.
6 years ago.
So was it before Dak? Before Zeke?
2015 was when they went 15-1.
The Cowboys? Oh, the
Panthers.
Panthers. I don't know. That's the last time I remember them playing in there. But I feel like that.
And they had MVP Cam Newton, not Sam Darnold.
Oh, maybe are they going 15-1 again?
No,
Mm-hmm.
no.
The Bucs and the Panthers go 15-1.
Again, this is a case of they just really haven't played anyone
That'd be
tough. I don't
impossible.
think they've
Yeah, I
played.
know.
They played the Jets. They played. Who'd they play on Thursday? I'm blanking on it.
Texans.
The Texans. Those are 2 really shitty teams.
Those are 2
Who was the third team?
The Saints.
The Saints are up
One
and
of
down.
the best teams in football.
Shut the fuck up. I mean, I like the Panthers. I just
who have the Cowboys beat?
The Eagles
almost beat
and the
Bucs.
Chargers and almost beat the Bucs.
The Bucs needed a last minute
They beat
drive.
the Chargers. God.
They beat the
God damn
Chargers.
it.
I mean,
Not again.
This game is just not easy to pick. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think the line is perfect where it is.
I'm gonna take the Cowboys.
I'm gonna take Carolina.
I'm gonna take the Cowboys. I like what I've seen from them. I was really impressed with them.
That's not how I thought this game was going to go, but all right.
Me neither, because
Fuck that.
I thought Carolina going into
Fuck
it when I was
that
looking at it, and just the more I thought about it, I was just like, I like Dallas.
Cleveland, the Browns, at the Minnesota Vikings.
The Vikings.
This game is kind of icky.
It's icky, but it's good at
But
the same time.
It's a good icky because Minnesota's winning.
Do they have to win again? Is it one of those things?
Or do they think after last week you're going to take them down? Or like you're going to want to take them down?
Oh, maybe they might be putting
Because it's the same line.
it's plus. They're +2 at home.
Yeah, it's the same line as last week.
I'm not gonna think that
They're
too
like,
deep into it.
No, they're begging you to take Minnesota, bro.
What is Antonio like?
So wow. They're underdogs at home after beating Seattle.
Oh, I know
last
who I
week.
like. The Browns. I'm not gonna think too deep into it. Just
What's the percentage?
I think it's the Browns.
70-30 for Cleveland.
Ooh. The Browns.
You're switching?
I didn't pick.
Oh, I thought you said Minnesota. I thought you said Minnesota's going to
I
win.
was gonna take Minnesota. I was just thinking about it. Yeah, I'm gonna take Minnesota. I think that they win. I think they win that game. Like, it's just, I mean, dude, and everything is pointing me off of it. And I know next week when I hear this back, I'm just gonna kick myself in the face because I'm just gonna be like, wow, I really should have taken Cleveland.
Kicking yourself in the face would be pretty impressive.
I could probably do it.
Do it. Let's do it.
Not right now. Yeah, Minnesota wins. I just think them being underdogs at home, and like we said, Kirk Cousins is not in prime time. He plays lights out, so, and they'll have Dalvin Cook back. At least I think.
I hate this game. I really hate this game. I hate this game with
This game is icky.
with every part of my body. I don't know who to pick.
And I was really confident in Minnesota when we started this conversation about this game. I was like, this is a good icky because Minnesota's going to win. And then I just thought about it. But no, I'm going to take Minnesota. Minnesota.
I'm sorry I'm taking so long. I'm going to take Cleveland. I don't know. I hate that game. I don't feel good about it. I really actually want to take Minnesota.
I don't feel great about it.
I liked Minnesota in this spot, but I just, for whatever reason, like you're saying, everything's telling me about the Browns here. So I guess Browns is my pick.
No, because here's my dilemma. Everything's telling me to bet the Vikings here.
I don't know. I just feel like Cleveland's the right side, even though it's probably not. But
I'm
like,
switching.
You're going Cleveland?
I'm going against everything I told myself.
All right.
I just, I don't like that.
Final chance.
What? No, I switched.
Minnesota.
Yeah. No, I switched off Minnesota
To Minnesota.
to Cleveland.
To Minnesota.
What are you doing?
You have Minnesota.
I have Cleveland.
Okay, Minnesota.
No. I don't want Minnesota.
Detroit +3 at Chicago.
Detroit +3 at Chicago.
Give me Detroit.
Yeah, give me
is a
Detroit.
game.
This is their opportunity.
We're agreeing on
We're agreeing on
everything.
everything. I love
This
Detroit
is their
in this game.
opportunity here, boys.
I love Detroit in this game, and I don't know if Justin Fields is it.
This
I
is
don't think Matt Nagy's gonna help him.
the
though.
first 6 games we basically agreed on everything. That is not
Me and you?
All three
All
of
of
us.
Well, you have Carolina. We have
Dallas.
and
Me and him have Houston, and you have Buffalo, right? Or
yes.
Everything else is the same. We don't have very many disagreements so far. Tennessee -7.5 at the New York Jumbo Jets. I love the Jets.
Wait, so what?
The Tennessee
What
Titans?
is the matchup again? The Titans at the Jets.
Titans at the Jets +7.5. I love the Jets.
Why?
Do they have to cover at some point?
No. You've loved the Jets the past 2 weeks.
I don't care. This is a team that they can actually move the ball against and move it actually kind of easily because Tennessee's defense is bad. So I think they're going to keep close in this game, and they're at home.
And got shut out 2 weeks in a row.
Don't care.
They flat out suck.
All right, so take the Titans.
They flat out.
I'm not gonna take the Titans.
You're taking the Jets?
Yeah, Tennessee's defense sucks.
What's the money at?
The money is at 90% Tennessee.
90% on Tennessee. Damn it.
He hates it.
This didn't matter to you last week with Arizona.
What time is the game at? Is it at 1?
What's the weather? Is Zach Wilson feeling okay? 1 o'clock.
Give me Tennessee.
Okay. Indy, Nolan's favorite team ever. At Miami. This is actually Nolan's least favorite versus favorite team. +2.
Not anymore.
Not anymore?
No, I've banished Miami.
+2 for the Colts.
This is where they get their win.
I like that, but
I was thinking about this on the way over. I think they're like gonna go 5-12 now.
the Colts.
Yeah.
So do they lose this game?
Yeah. Miami -2.
It's 2. That's so disgusting. After what I saw last week, I feel more confident in Jacoby Brissett than I do Derek Carr. You can call me biased because I hate Derek Carr. Don't care. I think what we've seen these past few weeks has proven my hatred against Derek Carr. So, Miami -2.
All right. Washington.
He hasn't picked.
Yeah, you
I
did.
thought I did. Who did I
Took
pick?
the Jets.
Yeah, I took the Jets.
No, we're talking about Miami and...
That's what I meant. He took the Dolphins.
Oh, wait, no, I didn't pick.
That's what I meant. He didn't pick.
You guys are baskets. You didn't pick in this game. What do you want? Miami or...
What's the other team? I'm sorry. I saw the Blue Jays scored, and I got really pissed.
That was so...
Miami or the Colts?
Oh, no. I said this is where the Colts get their first win. I did pick.
So Colts -2.
Colts.
Yeah. +2.
Wait, we're Wait, we're bad.
Are they a favorite or not?
No, it's Miami -2.
Okay. Right. Colts win.
Oh, I needed that, dude. Oh, that was great. Oh.
So wait, no. Is
Blue Jays.
is what's his face playing? Like, is he healthy?
Do we need like a 7th inning stretch right now?
No. We gotta power through.
Oh. All right, next game.
We haven't even been going that long. I can't even see how long we've gone. So small.
I don't know, like 10 minutes.
What? What? Washington at Atlanta. I don't know why I like Atlanta here.
I also like Atlanta. Just in time.
Oh my God! Give
Baltimore
me a break.
tied it up. So what's the spread?
1.5.
I don't know. I like Atlanta. I think Washington just has looked like shit.
I think they're betting. I think they're begging you to bet Washington
I'm
here.
off them.
What's the money?
I don't know.
It's probably a lot on Washington. People have
60-40 on Washington.
Yeah, give me Washington.
All right.
I like Taylor Heineke. I like him a lot.
You shouldn't.
I do.
Packers +6.5, or excuse me, Packers -6.5 at home against the Steelers.
Packers
Steelers.
-6.5. What?
Oh, they play each other in the Super Bowl. That makes me want to take the Steelers, so I'm going to.
You're gonna take the Steelers.
Well, whoever Nolan picks in this game is on his pick 3.
No, it's not. I can show you. I'm not gonna show you. It's not though. All right, so Pittsburgh going to Lambeau. I don't love it. And
I'm taking the Packers. I don't know.
And
if
it's
I said
6.5,
but
and everything's pointing me at to take the Packers, so I'm gonna take the Steelers.
I like the Packers.
I think the Steelers cover, and I think oddly enough, they might win.
Going full gut here. Yeah, no, I don't. Steelers are a
There's
terrible
something
pick.
weird in my brain telling me right now that the Steelers are gonna win this game.
They're not going to win. I feel like they're going to cover for some really weird
This
reason.
is gonna be one of those classic Steeler ugly defensive wins.
This is gonna be one of those classic.
Steelers love playing down to their competition, and
but
when they play a team like this,
that's only the case when they're the better team.
I know when they play a team like this, they do weird things. I don't know.
Do you think they cover? Or
I think they cover.
All right, so we're on Pittsburgh. He's on Green Bay.
Arizona
I want to forget about that pick.
Okay.
plus 4.5 at the Rams. I'm taking Arizona. I think that's too many points, and I think Arizona probably wins.
You go. Think about it.
I like the Rams -4, but what can I say? I like the Cardinals +4 as well.
Well, you have to pick one. So
My brain's telling me to take the Rams.
what is your mouth telling you?
I don't know. I think the Rams are going to win the division. I think it's the overall better team than Arizona. Are they though? It's gonna be an awesome game. I'll take +4. Give me the Cardinals.
All right, so full slate.
I'm
on the
hoping
Cardinals. Full slate.
hoping for a good one.
The Cardinals in this spot. I just love it.
Yeah, this is the game they want to play right now. No, yeah.
I think they've built up enough confidence over these past 3 weeks that they're ready to face the Rams. And I think the Rams are going to be really high off their win against the Bucs. I think that's why they're kind of overvalued in this game a little bit, probably by 1.5 maybe. So, yeah, give me the Cards.
I agree with everything you just said, Nolan.
It's weird. Sometimes when I see a team that wants to announce themselves as a contender beat like the team, I'm always like
The next week.
I always want to like
Fade
say,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, I think, and I think that's proven in the past to be the outcome more often than not.
It's weird, but yep.
Seattle going to San Francisco. San Fran is -3. I'm taking San Francisco.
I like San Francisco as well.
I think Seattle is slowly fading.
I love Seattle in this spot. Like I said, I was not impressed with what San Fran was doing, and I think Seattle has a good matchup against them to exploit their weaknesses, and I think Seattle wins. What is the spread? 3.5?
3.
Yeah, does the division stay tight like that?
Yeah, I don't think this is where any one team pulls away.
I just think Seattle's going to end up beating up on a division this year. I don't think it's their year.
Russell Wilson's a one-man show, two-man show. Got DK.
Baltimore +1 in Denver.
This is an icky one.
I mean, do you believe in Denver? That's what it's.
I don't, based on the competition they've played, and I think this is going to be the best team that they faced so far. So I like Baltimore.
Yeah, just give me Baltimore. Much better team.
I think much better team. I think they're gonna have Fitz trying to control Lamar.
I know.
They're gonna have Fitz trying to control Lamar, bro. Lamar might have like 200 yards rushing this game.
I'm gonna do my typical South thing and take Denver here. I don't like it, but
That's fine.
I gotta pick and choose my battles. This is the one I'm gonna take. All right. Wow, we're already on Monday night. We're skipping Sunday night. Wow, that was an aggressive cough. Vegas is +3.5 at the Chargers.
Ooh.
Give me Vegas.
I mean, you guys have been riding the Raiders.
I took Miami last week, but
They didn't cover last week. But
Yeah, they did. +3.5.
I was saying the Raiders. But I don't know. Do the Raiders go 4-0?
That's what I mean. But I think, honestly,
this
is going to be an awesome game. I think a field goal wins this game, so I'm going to take the Raiders.
I love that the Chargers finally won one of those close games. Like, I feel like anytime they gotten into one of those spots where they need a field goal or a touchdown at the end of the game, something always fucks them over. So I was glad to see that they finally pulled one out like that, and I think that shows that they're progressing. So I like the Chargers here, and it's not because I hate the Raiders, and I think it's just a matter of the Chargers are just a better team, better division, or they're in the same division, but I think they're the better team in the division.
All right.
And I don't think the Raiders go 4-0.
Last part before pick 3.
Yeah, this is a big one to unravel. This is like
Tom Brady.
And have you guys seen like the promo for this game? It's been
There's gonna be like an interview thing with Tom Brady too. I saw a commercial today.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna milk the shit out of this.
I can only imagine how much time, like before the game, there's gonna be devoted to this.
Probably like an hour.
How much time is Bill Belichick devoting to his game plan?
I love the Patriots.
He
in this
wants
spot.
it.
I love New England.
Let's go. Yes.
I love New England.
Yes.
And I think what people are missing too, me and Sal talked about this. We're talking about Brady, but what about Gronk coming back?
Wow.
Nobody's really talking
Yeah,
about
you didn't even think about that, did you?
That's right.
I think if Belichick is saving anything
And
for his
Antonio
bag
Brown.
of tricks, it's like Sunday night. Like anything he can do, he will do Sunday night.
As much
I'm
as
so excited to see the Patriots again on Sunday Night Football.
I just can't believe they're really playing Tom Brady. Like that.
yeah,
like
and I can't believe he's gonna break that passing record on Sunday night.
that's always gonna happen, though. Like of course he's gonna come back here. And do
as
that.
much
I
as
mean, I know it's-
hated it,
I know-
they should be unveiling a statue of Tom Brady in the fucking in the front of Gillette Stadium. Like New England owes everything
to Tom
to
Brady.
Tom Brady. Like, and if I see anyone boo Tom Brady on Sunday night, I'm gonna personally go to their house and smack them in the face. It's just like, how can you boo him?
You can't.
Like, sure, he left our team. Would we be better with him? Of course. But what?
I know we're like
97% of the money.
no.
Yeah.
I know we're like a good 5 days away, but it's supposed to rain all day on Sunday.
Oh wow, you
I
did
saw
say it
that
was gonna be
too.
a rainstorm.
Did I?
Yeah, I think it's gonna.
You
be
don't remember
nice.
that?
No.
You're like, I don't know anything about that game, but there's gonna be a rainstorm during that.
Let's go. Yeah, I did say
Yeah,
that. That's
it
right.
probably will be
I'm
a
thinking in my
nasty
head, I'm
day.
like, God, I hope it's cold and I hope it's rainy.
Oh yeah,
That's the New England Sunday night game that like I want.
absolutely.
I mean, I don't think
With
it's gonna be
Belichick wearing his hood and like I want it all.
I don't think it'll be that cold, but I do think
No,
the
it's
weather
not.
is gonna.
It's gonna be like 65.
How does
gonna
this
ruin
game
it.
not come down to the last possession? Like, is it not Tom Brady leading them down for a game-winning drive?
I think that would be the ultimate cherry on top, but I think that the cherry on top is the passing record. I think that's the cherry on top of this game.
So are you doing Tampa?
No, I think 6.5 is a lot, but
It's 7.
or 7 is a lot.
He's like, actually.
No, I love the Patriots here. I mean, I think the Patriots make it close. In the end of the day, they might win. Oh, the Orioles just.
We're
took the
both
lead.
taking L's tonight, Sal. If we're losing,
Bro, Hansel Robles sucks.
yeah, if we're losing, you're losing.
Oh, nice job, guy.
Oh, that's actually really bad for you guys because that means the Blue Jays win.
Yeah, then we'd have dropped out.
I kind of don't
Okay,
want
back
that.
to football. I'm gonna pick the Patriots. Are we going full slate on the Patriots here?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
I think that's too many points. I think, and like I said, this is the ultimate. Like Mac Jones has to do something.
I'm
here.
not gonna do it. I want to put in my pick 3 so bad, but I'm not gonna do it. I won't.
because they're gonna lose if you do that.
Oh yeah, they'll lose by 100.
I want to
if
see
you
a
do that.
great game, so I'm not gonna do it.
All right, ladies and
He's
gentlemen.
learning.
So you get to pick the order of how we go. Before we do that,
I also think that the reaction that we want to see from Bill Belichick is like a happy, like, congratulate Tom and everything, and like, but like we're not gonna get that, and it's like he's just gonna be pale,
same
Bill
yeah,
Belichick,
same old Bill Belichick.
grumpy. Like it's just gonna be the same Bill Belichick. I think that's what people are expecting, and they're not gonna get it.
Not at all. All right.
Pick 3.
Well,
What-
we 3. Nolan went 8-8. I went 8-8. Antonio went 7-9. Me and Nolan both went 1-2 for pick 3. Antonio went 2-1.
So you get to pick the order.
Year to date, hold on.
I'm 3-6.
Nolan is 17-30-1 and 3-6 for pick 3. I'm 26-19-1, 6-3 in pick 3. Antonio is 21-26-1, 5-4 in pick 3.
Salvatore's gonna go first.
I hate you. All right.
Sal hates going first.
I hate going first because I have no clue what you guys are gonna pick, and it just throws me
He
off.
loves to hear what we want to pick because he hasn't decided yet, so he loves to
All
see
right.
what we want to do.
I'm going New England. I don't care. I think this is just a typical close Sunday night game that's going to get drawn out, and it's going to be like a 3-point Tampa Bay or 4-point Tampa Bay victory. That is number one. Number two, I'm taking Jacoby Brissett and the Miami Dolphins -2 in a revenge game against the Colts.
Nice.
The revenge game. Jacoby Brissett revenge game.
And number three, thank you, Nolan. I'm taking the Saints -8.
All right.
Very good.
Me. All right. First pick. Pick that I'm very, very confident in. Buffalo -16.5. I think this is probably the biggest spread we've seen all year. And
There's a reason.
there's a reason for it. Buffalo outmatches Houston tenfold in probably every sort of aspect of this game. Is it still Davis Mills?
Yeah.
He's going to get killed.
More
So,
like
yeah.
Davis kills.
Haha. Boom. All right, next pick. Give me Baltimore +1.
Wow, really?
I thought they're not there, but I thought about putting them there.
Yeah, I just like they.
You guys just think Denver are frauds then at that point.
Yeah, I think there's no spot where they go 4-0, and I think that this is the first team that they play that's going to be a really good team, and I think Baltimore like matches up really well.
You're probably really right about that game.
And-
That's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I think Lamar. How's that annoying?
I took Denver.
Oh, aw. And last but not least, I think a favorite of the pod is Arizona +4.5.
I thought you were going to say Atlanta.
No, Arizona +4.5.
I thought about that.
I love them in this spot against the Rams. I think it's going to be a very good game and a close game. And yeah, so on to you.
I'm with you on Baltimore.
You have
They're gonna. Oh yeah, they're gonna win that game.
That means Denver's winning.
They're definitely winning that game. Nextly, I have the Chiefs are annihilating the Eagles.
Oh, that's such a good pick.
So I forgot about that one.
Oh.
Yeah, -6.5 there. My last two, I'm down to the Cowboys -4 and the Jaguars +7.5. I'm gonna take the one with the more points. I can totally see Thursday night being a duel between
You guys both
Lawrence
shocked
and
me.
Burrow. So I'm gonna take Jaguars +7.5.
I'm not gonna say I'm really surprised about the Ravens, but I don't know. Like, to put in your pick 3, I thought that's like a game. I feel like that's a game that could easily go either way. Like, you guys really just don't see Denver being
I
able to
think
win.
Baltimore is just severely undervalued.
Yeah, they're not going 4-0 here.
And yeah, Denver. This is just going to be the first chance they get to play a really good team. So.
I'm now having flashbacks to the Tampa Bay and Rams game last week because it was
No,
it was -1. It was -1, and I was on the
Well-
wrong side of that.
No, I think it was 2.
It was 1.5.
But it was just like
Whatever.
It's just what we do.
This isn't like the same sort of stakes in this game.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm
yes,
just saying
it is.
I'm just saying that
yes, it is.
This is the Denver Broncos we're talking about here.
it just
God.
it just feels like you guys might be really right about this game, and
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. The last time we put 2 of the same in our pick 3, it got annihilated. So
I'm glad I have New England this week. I'd have to try to like carry the torch from the Patriots.
yeah, and I love that pick, and I love New England. in
First
that
ever
spot.
pick 4. And don't even
When was-
put-
Yeah, no shit.
When do you think the last time the Patriots were 6.5 point
Underdogs?
at home?
They might have been last year to the Bills when they played, but before that, it had to have been pre-2000.
Like that's just a nutty stat in and of itself, and the fact that it's just Tom Brady, it's like, dude, this has to be a good game. Obviously, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, if the Bucs blow New England out of the water, are we gonna be surprised? No, because it's just like the Bucs are such better team.
I just don't see it.
I don't see
It's
it.
not happening. Not Sunday night, no.
This has to be one that we sniff out, and 97% of the money's in the Bucs. So this is the one we're sniffing out. I'm
I
confident.
knew it. I was going to say, I was talking shit about him earlier. He's going to hit a
Oh
shot.
no!
Wow, what a
No!
play.
It looked like it was so gone.
All right, so let's go baseball.
The Red Sox are currently losing to the friggin' Orioles right now.
So, I mean, you have the Yankees who are a game up on the Red Sox. The Red Sox game back. The Yankees, Blue Jays are a game back. The Red Sox, the Mariners, a game back of the Blue Jays. And the A's are a game back of the Mariners.
Wait, what?
And the Yankees have taken the lead against the Toronto Blue Jays. 3-2.
Whoa. I guess that's good for us, actually.
That's
That's way better for us.
Now that you're losing, that's what you want. Late September baseball has not gone well in Baltimore for the Red Sox.
Yes, I know. I know.
Yeah, something about Baltimore is they just turn into a great team when the Red Sox come to town in September. It's amazing how that happens, huh?
It's pretty annoying.
It's kind of like when the old Patriots teams would go down to Miami in week 15.
This is what I want in the last week of baseball. I mean,
the Orioles being the Red Sox? Like, of course you do. You're a Yankees fan.
It's so close and awesome.
And you got to go.
The Mariners and A's are trying to be like us, but they can't be. They're really close to. I got to give them credit.
You got to go to Fenway and watch the Yankees beat up on the Red Sox.
Yeah, that was the worst game of it was still great being there, but it was the worst game of the series. They won. They went on like a 6-0 or 7-0 lead, and then Red Sox scored some runs. They won 8-3. It's pretty cool.
And the Red Sox did what we expect them to do. They just lose games that they are winning, and it's usually like close games. Like if the Red Sox,
the Yankees have done plenty of that.
If the Red Sox are up 2 or 3 runs in like the 5th inning, they're losing, and we've seen it so many times. But with that being said, they're still beating the Yankees in the playing game.
So it's all dependent on the next 5.5 games, basically. I mean, if Toronto gets swept by
the Yankees are pretty much done.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've been on this. The Cardinals are coming out of the NL.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're coming out of the NL, but they're beating the Dodgers.
They've won 16 in a row now?
Yeah.
They're
beating the Dodgers so hard.
Dude, they're gonna win 90 games.
You said 83 and something. They were the year they won the World Series.
Yeah, I mean, the record's gonna be a lot better than that now.
I mean, yeah.
I thought they were going to slow down like 10 games ago.
You win every game. It's kind of nuts. That's what they've been doing. But no, they're beating the Dodgers.
I could just totally see Adam Wainwright, pitching in this
game. Seven innings and like 1 hit.
No, he's going to shut him out. Yeah. He's going to shut out like a 1-0 shutout against. Oh, Matt Carpenter's definitely hitting home run.
A solo home run in like the 6th inning.
A huge one. All your Cardinals cliches you're gonna see.
It's just a good.
It's just what they do.
It's definitely a good week to be a baseball fan. I mean, there's gonna be plenty of intense action the next 5-6.
Have you seen the free agents this offseason? Oh my goodness, the pitching depth is insane. The shortstops are crazy. And Correa's gonna be a free agent.
Yeah.
So is Seager. A few other big names. Freddie Freeman's a free agent.
I forget that Corey Seager's on that team.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
I swear, like, he's just so forgotten about, and he's one of the best shortstops in the league.
Yeah,
like,
he's out. They're not going to sign him back.
Why would you? They probably have 5. The thing about their team is they're the Rays with scouting. Like, their farm system's always the best.
Yeah.
Like, they'll be like, oh, we're losing this starting player. And then they're like, oh, here's Gavin Lux, who's a 5-star prospect with every ability to play. Like, it makes no sense.
And we just signed Mookie Betts with an absolutely
seriously
massive contract.
It's just kind of annoying. But then again, they love choking most years, so.
Yeah.
Tanner Houck.
It's the Dodger thing.
Red Sox
coming in relief.
Red Sox need to make the playoffs. I'm going to be very upset if they don't.
I think it's a choke if they don't.
I want to see it.
Oh, yeah, at this point.
I want to see
the amount of games that they were ahead in the beginning of the year.
If the Yankees are in there, I want the Red Sox in that game.
I mean, Yankees Red Sox would be.
I want it so bad.
Everyone's ideal matchup.
Yeah, like a Yankees Blue Jays.
It's not the same. It doesn't have the same tang.
Even like just Red Sox Blue Jays, like that's kind of gross.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only scared of the Blue Jays if I'm going there.
Yeah, because.
I mean, in Yankee Stadium, you definitely beat them.
Yeah. But like we said before,
Yankees Red Sox.
Red Sox. I don't
at
think
either stadium,
yeah,
I can go
either
way.
team can win. Definitely.
Wow. Ooh, that's a nasty pitch.
All right, gentlemen.
Are we good to go?
Anything else?
The wild card game will be done by the next time we do the podcast.
Is that true?
It's next Tuesday. Yeah, last day of the season's on Sunday.
If we're sitting here watching Cardinals Dodgers, I might poop my pants.
Yeah, that's next Wednesday.
It's the day after. Well, it depends what day we do it, but
Probably Tuesday or Wednesday.
could have a little campfire and watch it.
We've watched Cardinals games doing the podcast before. Oh, yeah, with the Nationals.
Yeah.
We have.
And then I said someone was going to hit a home run his next at bat, and then they did.
We should do a live stream
Aw.
and watch that.
Aw. No, we should.
All right.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Done.
All right.
Peace out.
Signing off.